You're kidding. The Hermit. You're not meditating. What the hell? Gosh. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. Are we not meditating? Really? Or maybe you are. And I'm saying good job. Either way. All right. Good morning. This is Divine Destiny, and it is January 25th, 2019. And this is going to be a kind of like a general daily reading. I haven't done just like a plain reading in a little bit, so we'll do that. All right. Thanks for all the comments and the likes and views. It's so wonderful. And I'm going to respond to all the brand new comments I got from yesterday as soon as I'm done with the video. So thank you so much. I love talking and hearing your story. I love hearing everyone's story, like how they got here. Because, you know, everyone has kind of a, you know, personal twin flame, kind of like how they got into it, you know, how they fell into it, learned about it. And I just think it's really interesting how it happened. So, you know, let me know if you're comfortable, just let me know your story. I would love to know. Oh, shit. I would love to know how it happened for you. I just think that's cool. Awakening. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Look at things from a different perspective. I'm going to leave that out for right now. I don't know why. I do stuff like that. Okay, so like I was saying, let me know your story. Thank you so much for sharing. For those of you who have been like sharing and stuff with me, thank you so much. I love getting on and seeing it. All right. And it's good to know this stuff is resonating with a lot of you. But if everything doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. You know, there's a lot of, when you're reading for like a collective, there's like a lot of people. So, I mean, things are different. So not everything can resonate usually. Sometimes it does, but not all the time. All right, general reading. Ooh. This is my card. This is Queen of Fire. It's a Leo lady. Confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. I don't know about graceful. I'll be tripping and falling down all the time. I'm constantly doing stuff like that. Whacking my face on things. Like, I don't know about graceful. But confident, warm, and intelligent, yeah, I can see where they're going with that. But I don't know about graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. So, be confident. You know, be sassy. Nice sassy, not bitchy sassy. You can be bitchy sassy, whatever. Queen of Fire is absolutely wonderful. Queen of Wands in the Rider-Waite Tarot. She is assertive. She is enthusiastic. It says warm, but honestly, I would say fiery is probably a better, you know, usually, I guess warm when she's not excited. Yeah. But when you gotta, you know, get them going, they get kind of fiery in a lot of ways. Very good. So either this is what you're embodying. For some of you, this is what you're embodying, and this is, you know, and I think it might be a lot of you, because that's what I've been kind of getting from a lot of the readings. We're all getting a little bit more confident, which is wonderful. Confident with ourselves. It's important to be yourself. So maybe that's, you know, that is tying into that somehow. We are becoming more confident with ourselves, and that's really great. You know, there is no one like you. It really is kind of a superpower. You know, there is nobody in this earth like you. Well, except your twin, but you know what I'm saying, right? Right. Alright, so Queen of Fire, she loves life, she's caring, she's helpful, she's, you know, just fun. Life of the party, you know, brings a level of energy that can definitely be noticed. You know, it kind of changes the vibration around them just by showing up. Yeah. You want to get noticed, go to a party with a Leo. Balance. The need for more balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. We got this yesterday again too. I don't know if it was like balance or if it was the two. I think it might have been Two of Earth, which is Two of Pentacles, which is also balance. It's the guy with the things with the funny hat that he's doing that. Okay. It says wait for perfect timing. Everything is perfect timing. I mean, there are, you know, when you need to act, I guess, you know, strategically, you know, so wait for the perfect timing. But everything I think is in perfect timing anyway. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Zadkiel is the Archangel of Balance. Zadkiel is awesome. Definitely an angel worth looking into. I feel like some of you might not, I don't know if you're a perfectionist in a way, or if you're just, like you like to have things done like a certain way. But, you know, sometimes it's good to not be like that. And I know that's it's easier said than done. Believe me, I'm, you know, I can be a perfectionist about a lot of things. But you're going to drive yourself crazy. Okay, so we need to, you know, step back, go back to either yesterday or the day before, you know, ask for help. If you need help, it might have been on my Instagram, Divine Destiny 1111. If you need help, ask for help. There's nothing wrong. There's no shame in that. There's, you know, that if you feel like there's something wrong with asking for help, then you need to go ahead and do some shadow work or inner child. I guarantee you it's going to probably go back to something in childhood. Okay? Maybe you had a parent that just did everything. And that's all they did was just, and they had to do it all themselves, and, you know, they had no help. And so that's kind of how you learned that that's okay. And that's not okay. It's not okay to have one person doing everything and another person doing nothing. That's not okay. So if that's what you were taught when you were little, that might be why you feel like now you need to, you know, do everything yourself and just manage. No matter how much you want to like go insane. But that's not healthy. So we need to work on that. For some of you, it's just balancing life, just like different areas of your life. You know, like how you have like the romantic area, you have family, you have friends, you have your career, you have your hobbies, you know, and you kind of might be putting too much energy into just one area when you should kind of like, it's okay to focus on one area if you're kind of needing to grow in that area more than others, but you still should give attention to the other ones. You shouldn't starve the other areas of your life to focus on one, because, you know, they still need nurturing to grow as well. If you stop watering a plant, what happens to it? It dies. You know, you can't just be like, well, I'm gonna go focus on this other plant for a while, so good luck. You can't do that. You have to continually, you know, give it some water, you know, at least talk to it a little bit. I talk to my plants all the time. My daughter started doing it too. It's so cute. She goes, "Hi, Phil." I have a philodendron. We call him Phil. She goes, "Hi, good morning, Phil." She's so sweet. All right, so we need balance. We need to work on that. We need to make sure that we're giving nurturing and care to as many areas of our life as we can, just so you don't get burnt out. And that's really what makes people burnt out. You know, they'll start off with that, you know, page of fire, page of wands, like go get 'em attitude. You know, we can do anything, and then they burn themselves out because they neglect every other area of their life to focus on this one great thing that they're finally doing. And then they realize, well, the rest of my life has gone to shit. So just have some balance. Oh, are you kidding me? 3 of air, what is going on? What is this sad thing that's going to happen or happening right now? Take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. What is going on? I really... Okay. All right. So for those of you that know what this is, okay, and for those of you that are yet to find out, this is why this is important. This is why I had to hold on to this. Look at things from a different, oh, there we go, perspective. Okay, a temporary standstill, it's important to be yourself. When this is happening, if it already is happening, if it is going to happen, and when it does, you need to look at things in a different perspective. As soon as you possibly can remember to. Okay? You might feel like, I feel like this is going to be something that, like, it shakes you. Like, it really, for a moment, like, your world stops. And, like, I've only had that happen, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only had that happen a couple of times in my life. One of them was when my best friend died, and I got the phone call. That, like, for any of you that haven't, let me get all upset. For any of you that haven't gone through that, it's such a, oh my God, it's such a, it's a bad feeling. You almost can't breathe, you can't, like, everything kind of, reality just kind of seems to, like, come in on you, and it's crazy. It's a crazy thing to feel. So when times like that happen, it's not easy, and you're probably not going to right away, but as soon as you're comfortable, as soon as you're able to, try to step back. And, you know, obviously a situation like that, like, there's really not a whole lot of different ways you can think about it. You know, if they're dead, that's kind of the end of the line there. But, you know, as a physical thing, I get that, you know, I still talk to them all the time, actually. Yeah. I love them, and I talk to them all the time, which is great. But, you know, it's important that we're keeping a good perspective on things. So maybe it's going to be a situation that really just you weren't expecting, a low blow, kind of, you know, like a, I don't know, sudden loss of something. Maybe someone broke your heart. So you need to take time to heal. And we were talking about that yesterday. There's no time limit on how long that is. It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be a year, 3 years. It doesn't matter. And nobody can tell you otherwise. Nobody can tell you how long you can take to heal. It's however long you need. Okay? And it's not something that you need to sit around and go, I need to heal. Don't do that. That's just feel. as long as you're feeling, you're healing, okay? Kind of rhymes. If you're feeling, you're healing. So is that a thing? Did somebody say that already? Is feeling, you're healing? All right. This is... It's almost like you lost something. But it's important to remember that sometimes when we lose things, we're not losing them to hurt us. We might be losing them because they're not meant to be there. And although it hurts, because we have, you know, these ideas in our head of what should happen and, you know, who should be with us and how we should go along, and like we have those ideas, you know, so when something happens that's, you know, like it contradicts what we want, it's kind of like, whoa, it's upsetting, right? But, you know, and I've learned this, like personally, you're getting things taken out of your path for the good of your journey. Like if something is like removed from you, there's a reason for it, okay? And it might take years to see what that reason is. It could take months. You don't know. You might know instantly, you know, but there's always a reason for it. I do not believe in coincidence at all. Everything happens for a reason. So, you know, I want you just to try to keep that perspective, okay? Everything does happen for a reason, and no matter how bad it is, there's always a reason. So, let's see, what are we at? 17? I'm going to switch over. So that is why I think we were holding on to this, to remind us to keep a different perspective, a perspective that things happen on purpose. You know, if it's a person, you know, how many times have you thought to yourself, oh, I'll never love anyone like I love them? You know, oh, they hung the moon and now I'm without them. You know, they were so wonderful, right? I'll never love again. The I'm never gonna dance again song, right? That's all that's going on. And then what happens? Yeah, you meet somebody else, right? Yeah. So there's really, just kind of remind yourself of that. It seems like you'll never love again. And honestly, with a twin flame, you'll never love, you know, like that again. You know, there'll certainly never be anyone like them, you know, but it goes both ways, you know, so, you know, they're not forgetting about you either. And if that's the case, if they're leaving, then, you know, if they don't come back, if they're okay with living with that, if they are your twin, then the universe will cook up something just as good. Well, maybe not just as good, but close, you know? It's all about vibrational energy. If you're not a match, no matter if they're your twin flame or not, if you're not a vibrational match to them, you know, you're going to draw in what you are a vibrational match to. So keep on working on yourself and you'll get the very best you can possibly manifest, which is awesome. So there's really no need to worry, you know, and I know that sometimes, like, even some twin flames, they're not even supposed to be, like, together, you know, the whole thing. You know, you get to a point with unconditional love where it's, you know, I think it doesn't really matter anymore if you're, like, together, because you already are constantly together. You know what I mean? In one way or another, you're with them. So it doesn't really matter the outcome so much anymore, I think. I think you kind of release, no matter what it looks like at the moment, or, you know, you kind of release that need to control how things unfold. And it's not because you're like, at least it wasn't for me, it's not like, you know, ugh, there was just some, you know, well, that's one reason, right? Because you're bound to them. But, you have a contract, basically. Isn't that romantic? It's, you know, it's kind of just because you get, for me, you just release control. You have to. You get to that fuck it kind of, I don't know what level of awakening that is, you know, what that's technically called. But for me, it's the fuck it stage. Just fuck this. Fuck it. Fuck all of it. Fuck it. You know, that I'm done, and like, not like I'm done. Like, no, like, you're really freaking done. Like, you're done. Done. And that's where you get to. And it's just kind of like, it doesn't even matter. It's not going to matter what this person does. It's just not going to go away. Ever. Ever. Yay! No, it's a beautiful thing. But, you know, it's a learning experience. Alright. Emperor again. Alright, so Divine Masculine, what do we need to know? Cool that the devil popped out like that, because it really, that's what it is. You are bound to each other. Bound. You know, like, this, you know, wasn't just made higher up, you know, plans. Like, this is planned every time you're together, over and over and over and over and over. Like, ritual pacts, like, serious shit. I know it's easy to kind of try to see, you know, like a romantic, you know, aspect of every part of the Twinflame journey, but there's a lot of this that isn't very romantic at all. You know, it's pretty heavy shit, some of it. Alright, what do you want to tell us? Oh. Alright. Be generous. Be generous with your love, with your time, with your energy. But like I was saying yesterday, only be generous if it's something that you're going to get back that's good energy. You know, if you're just giving and giving and giving and people are just kind of using you, that's not what I'm talking about here. This is, what is he doing? He's being a philanthropist. He's helping people, but the reason he's helping people is to help people, obviously, but it also feels good for him. He likes to help people. You know, it's important that people are helped, that people know they're not alone, that they have people here that care about them. You know, that's philanthropy. You know, these people don't do these things just for what they're going to get back. They automatically get something, you know, because of how it makes them feel energetically. So we really need to be open to giving that kind of energy, but we also need to stay open to receiving it, because it will come back to us. And if we're not open to receiving it back, you know, you're just going to get burnt out, because you need to refuel your batteries, you know. Just go lay on your twin flame for a little bit. That'll recharge it. Just need to recharge a little bit, right? Chariot. Chariot is movement. It's, I believe, a card of Cancer. It is balance. It's about polarity, duality. Movement is usually what this card means for me. Like, if I get in a reading, it's movement. So that's what this is going to bring. The more open you are to sending out wonderful things and receiving wonderful things, the more movement you're going to have. Things can seem stagnant sometimes, and you kind of get to a point where you're like, well, why isn't anything happening? You know, there could be things that you need to learn in the situation you're in. There could be things that you need to learn, you know, in order to kind of like, it's like a video game, like to like level up, you have to do some kind of side mission to, you know, to go to the next thing. You ever play a video game and you're like, why the hell can't I go to the next level? And then you find like a key somewhere and it's like, oh, okay. It's kind of the same thing. It's kind of weird. And I also want to point out, and I point this out just about every day, to be thankful, because it really is, that was key for me, was being thankful, was to learning to be thankful every day. For even on days where I was like super like in a bad mood and just upset, and it's so hard to find something to be thankful for, those are the days you need to be thankful even more. Okay? Whatever it is you can, you know, even if it's just being able to drag your ass out of bed. Be thankful. Okay? Thank you for letting me get my ass out of bed today. Okay? Sometimes it's all we have, right? So we need to be thankful. We need to be open to giving and receiving. And that is going to bring the movement that we're looking for. So, all right, we're gonna, whoop. It didn't flip all the way over. If it doesn't flip all the way over, I don't take it. Like, for me, cards have to like jump out of my deck, or they have to flip over completely for me to even, like, I'm not gonna go like trying to, no. It's gonna have to jump out on its own. Ooh, what was I saying? Page of Wands. Go get him. Go get him, Tiger. That is Page of Wands. He is super enthusiastic. He's just ready to go. No idea where he's going, but he's going to go anyway. I have this about me a lot. I get super excited. You know, something like I'll get excited instantly. You'll know I'm excited. I'll be like, wow! I get excited. So I understand this guy. We resonate with each other. But there's a really wonderful kind of quality about the Page of Wands. He's very optimistic. He's fiery. He's passionate. You know, he's, I think, you know, very well dressed. I mean, he's got a feather in his hat. You know, look at him. He looks great, right? He's got salamanders on his tunic. He likes to take action, but he doesn't always think very much about it before he does it. Like I probably do that sometimes, you know, where it's like when you talk, you don't really think, you just kind of comes out your mouth, and then you're like, oh, I said that, you know. You don't really think before you act sometimes, and that's him. He likes to be free. He likes to wander around, and he likes to do it quickly. He's like kind of like a hummingbird, you know, kind of up to something, but doing it kind of quick, all over the place. That's him. Okay, it's a wonderful energy to be in, especially if you're starting something new. Just make sure that you're paying attention to what you're doing. You're doing it for the right reasons. You're making plans. That was on the bottom. So, you know, you're not just blindly, this looks fun, and you just take off. Like, you have to have some sort of a plan, no matter how much you want to. And I understand, believe me, because that's my attitude for a lot of things. Like, let's go! And I don't think about things enough. So Well, some things I think too much, but stuff like that, I probably should think a little more. So let's go. One more, and then I'm going to do the World. Ah, I love the World card. The World card is, it's a card where everything is really progressing exactly how it should. All is right with the world. If you read reversals, I tend to not read reversals. Unless they come out reversed and I hear read a reversal, I don't. Today I actually had one, funny enough, on it's my Instagram read that I did. We had a reversal. And I was going to flip it over, and then they were like, nope. It's like, okay, so it's a reversed card. The world is just so wonderful right now. You know, some people, if it's reversed, that's what I was getting to. If it's reversed, then like everything's going to hell, you know. But even then, it's supposed to. This is really, it's almost kind of like Wheel of Fortune kind of card, where it's kind of, I don't want to say always karmic, kind of, it's, you know, it's how are things supposed to be. It's how things are supposed to be. And everything happens for a reason. You know, there are no coincidences. There are no, everything is planned. Everything is determined prior to even coming here. And you are on track. You are exactly where you need to be. All the elements are represented here. It shows balance. The wreath shows victory. The wands usually are, usually what wands are in tarot is a way of connecting, usually a person with upper and lower realms. It's because there's two ends of the wand, so it's connecting to both realms, as above, so below, law of correspondence, that kind of thing. That's what wands usually mean. Like if you see, like the Empress, she has that thing in her hand. That's showing her divinity. It's showing that she is connected not only to the earth, but also astrally connected to the universe around her at large. Like she's woke. She's not, you know, just of the earth. She's more than that. So everything is really right. Right as rain. Oh. Yeah, see what I mean? Get excited. Oh. I was watching Animal Vines last night, and now I'm gonna need a lot of property because I'm gonna have a lot of animals everywhere, all sorts of different ones. That's great. Everything is great. Okay, no matter what it looks like, it's great. Everything's fine. So remember that. I'm gonna do one healing card, and then I'm gonna get out of here so I can get going on my Instagram and stuff. I already pulled the card. Oh, 333. I pulled the cards, so I just gotta upload them and stuff. Oh my gosh. I'll take it. Abundance again. Look at that. Shit is coming. Oh my gosh. Something is coming. I cannot wait for it to get here. 606. Oh, so excited. Okay, so probably don't need to elaborate too much on abundance, what it is, but I think it also might be reminding us to stay in a state of abundance. You know, abundance isn't just getting things. Abundance is making yourself a vibrational match to it. You know, if you're always in a state of nothing good ever happens and nothing goes my way, and you know, you know, it's just my luck that this would happen, and then yeah, it is just your luck because you're making it your luck. That's, you know, what you speak into existence is going to happen. So if you tell yourself you have bad luck, if you tell yourself that, you know, everything always, you know, goes to shit eventually, then guess what's going to happen? But if you're always in a state that I'm abundant, I grow daily. I learn more every day. I just smelled something. That's weird. Anyway, it's like a smoke. If you're trying to grow daily and you're trying to, you know, I don't want to say stay positive, because sometimes, like, I'm not positive. I'm not. Like, I'll be like, this shit sucks. But that's okay. You can be like that. It's not, you know, don't stay positive all the time. Just remind yourself that things don't always stay like that. You know, things are always getting better. Things are always becoming more wonderful. I really think it's important that we stay in a state of acceptance for the great things that are coming into our lives. So I'm going to leave with that. I hope this is able to help somebody. I hope this resonated with you. Let me know if it did. I would love to hear it. I honestly would. I've really been enjoying talking with everyone and hearing their stories. I want to know yours. Let me know. I will definitely respond back to you as soon as I have time. All right, Divine Destiny 1111. Be friends with me on Instagram. I have a lot of cool stuff there. All right. And let me know you come from the YouTube, so I know, like, how many people are coming from YouTube, you know, just so I know. All right. Have a good day.